Hello and happy Tuesday. I am going to go over our expectations for language arts today. Today you will read your words in the word journal, defining words and telling others what a word means. We're reviewing those definitions and vocabulary. I will remember what force keeps things on the ground. I will read a chapter and I will choose a book to read. So here are expectations today. By the end of our class, we'll be able to do all of these things. Here's a review of our high frequency words: can, down, up, like, the, when, fast, high, ball, far, thing, use, move, hard, line, put, ground, and jump. In today's video, I'm going to read our chapter aloud, and then when we're finished with that, you will have an opportunity to read it to someone as well for your reading activity. Chapter 3, The Force of Gravity. Mark is learning from home. He uses a computer to see his classes. Sorry, I'm going to make this a little bit larger. Mrs. Perez tells Mark how to set up the goals. Mark sets up the soccer goals to play soccer at home. What sport does Mark play? He is playing soccer. Mark warms up. He practices kicking the ball into the goal. The force from his foot moves the soccer ball. He pushes the ball with his foot to kick it. He can pull the ball back with his foot to bring it back to him. So how can you force the ball to move when you play soccer? Kicking. Nice. So his force helps move the ball backwards and forwards, right? So he can slide his foot backwards and pull the ball back, and then he can use the force to kick it as well. Mark kicks the ball and runs to get it. He trips over an apple that has fallen from the apple tree in the yard. The apple reminds him of a scientist he learned about in school, Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton watched an apple fall from a tree. Newton wondered why the apple fell down. He began learning about how things move. So who is Isaac Newton and what did he want to learn? He is a scientist. Yep. And he was wondering why the apple fell down. What's that word that we talked about in our vocabulary that means when things go lower to the ground? It's gravity. Nice. Okay, so Isaac Newton learned about motion and gravity. So gravity is a force that pulls objects down to the ground. Isaac Newton learned that an object will stay where it is unless a force moves it. Gravity is the force that pulled the apple down. What is one thing Isaac learned about motion? Yes, that gravity pulls it. Yes, so gravity makes it move. Mark looks at his soccer ball on the ground. The soccer ball will stay where it is unless a force moves it. Mark kicks the ball hard. It moves fast. It moves far away and high into the air. Mark's kick was a force that moved the ball a far distance. Gravity is the force that pulls the ball back down to the ground. So see, he kicked it and then it went up and back down. So what pulls the ball back to the ground? The gravity. Nice. And what is it called? What did he use that made it move? Force. Yes. So with his foot, he used force to kick the ball. Mark tries to kick the soccer ball again. He slips and falls to the ground. Whoops, said Mark. Earth's gravity pulls people down too. Gravity pulls on everything. That's why most things are not floating around. What does Earth's gravity do to people? Yes, it keeps us on the ground. Mark uses force to kick the ball hard. The ball goes fast towards the net. Mark keeps practicing kicking the soccer ball into the goal.
Mark uses force.
Now, even, yes, is either a read of. So let's review what we were expected to do today. Reading words in the word journal, we did that. Defining words and telling others what a word means. We're working on the words force and motion and gravity in our chapter today. I will remember what force keeps things on the ground. Can you remember what word that is? Gravity. Nice. I will read a chapter, so that's when you will read that aloud to someone, and then you will choose a book to read. There are some books that may be assigned to you on Unique. You can choose those books to read, or find another book to read, and then that concludes all of our assignments for today. Nice work.